Hello guys, Brenda Smith here with you today for Simple Stories, and I wanted to show you the things that you can do with the Simple Stories digital files within the Silhouette Studio application without using any specialized photo programs like Photoshop. So anybody can download the Silhouette Studio program. It is free for download. You don't have to have a Silhouette Cameo to get it or any sort of Silhouette. What I'm going to show you is that if you go here to the Show Design Store, and then we're going to go here to Artists, and we're going to scroll down and you will see Simple Stories, and we're going to click on that. So Simple Stories has quite a few cut files, as you can see, 988, and they're all about 99 cents. Silhouette sometimes has sales and you can get them for even cheaper than that, or if you have a Silhouette subscription you can get a lot more bang for your buck. But what I wanted to show you is files like this, this one that says Our Story or Lucky, just the word art. I wanted to show you that we can use these cut files as digital stamps for our photos and apply them within the Silhouette Studio. What you'll do is you'll go ahead and purchase this. It looks red now, but actually when you get the file, it is not filled in, but I'm going to show you how to go ahead and fill that in. So this says it's a regular cut file. It is intended to be used with your Silhouette Cameo or your Silhouette Portrait, and you can cut it out of any sort of paper that you have in your stash. But that's not what we're going to do today. So go ahead and add it to your cart, purchase it, and then let's go back to our regular screen. You can get back to the regular screen by clicking on this box here that says Show Drawing Area. Also, I wanted to apologize for the noise from the baby in the background. This is the only time that I have to record the video, so the baby's up. But anyhow, this is the draw area. One of the things that I wanted to show you is this is the background mat. If you are planning on doing a print and cut for your photos using your Silhouette Studio, you'll want to make sure that you have the right background mat size. You can change this up here. This is the design page settings, and you can change this here is the paper size. You probably want to keep that at an 8.5 by 11 so you can print it on your regular printer unless you have a wide format printer. You can change it to portrait or landscape, and then you can also change the size of your cutting mat. I have the Cameo. I'm probably not going to do a print and cut on these because I can just print them out and cut them with my paper trimmer with no problem. So what we are going to do is go over here to this Draw a Rectangle tool. And we are also going to open this here, which is the scale window. I'm sorry, he's so loud. Okay, so let's kind of just make a random shape there, and then what we're going to do is highlight that shape by clicking on it. I clicked on this arrow first, which is select, and then I clicked on the shape until this box is around it. Then we're going to go over here to the scale window, and we are going to uncheck this lock aspect box, and then I'm going to type in my number here. I just want it to be 6 inches wide, 4 inches tall for my 4x6 photo. Okay, so now we have this here on our page. Okay, so now what we want to do is bring our photo into this shape, and it is actually quite easy. Make sure that your shape is highlighted. You can click on it to get it highlighted, and it will have this box around it. And then go ahead and grab your picture, and I am just going to drag it into that shape, just like that. And then what we are going to do is zoom in even more. And we are going to put our word art here. So because I am on the design team, I'm not going to purchase mine from the store. I have access to them elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is show you first this word. It says perfect, and as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and rotate it actually so we can deal with this a little better. Okay, there we go. So there's our word. It says perfect, and as you can see, it's not filled in, and it has these red lines, and what that indicates to us is that it's a cut file usually. So I'm going to go over here. This says cut settings, and with this heavy dark red line, that means that it will be cut out if you send it through your Silhouette. If you are planning on printing and cutting, you want to make sure that this, once it's on your photo, no longer has cut lines. So we're going to go over here and we're going to choose this. It says cut style for selected shape. We're going to choose no cut. It will turn your shape back to this lighter red line. Then what we need to do, unless you are planning on having it as a red line, we're going to change the line color. So we're going to go up here to the open line color window. And I think I'm probably gonna do white, so I'm going to make my line color white. Let's move it up onto the picture so we can see it a little better. And let's resize it to where it fits. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna make that a black outline. There we go. And then we're gonna go to the fill window, which is here. You can do a fill pattern or you can do a fill color. So let's go to fill color and still make sure this shape is highlighted, and you can just choose your color. And there's black. You can move it around on your photo until it's perfect. And there you go. And then if you wanted to do, you could also do a little bit of journaling on your photo. And you can just click here on this text tool, and then we'll go ahead and choose our font. You want to choose your text size. You also want to make sure, let's go down and let's just type a few words. We'll go to Courier. She is so funny. Okay, so this indicates to us, let's go to the cut style. As you can see, that's supposed to be cut out. So let's turn it to no cut. And then we need to go here to our line style, open the line style, let's make it black, and then we need to fill in our text too, because Silhouette, once you start typing, it kind of creates the inside of the text empty so that it can cut it out. So if we filled it in, there you go, now you can see our journaling, and you could continue to journal and just have your journal on your photo. This is an easy way to do it. This program is free for everybody, so you can do this on your own photos. And you can bring in, if you bought digital stamps from the internet, you can bring in those as well. So before we move on to showing you the next cool thing you can do with these digital files, I wanted to go over how you can print these. So as we talked about earlier, my paper size that I chose is 8.5 by 11. If you prefer just to print out a 4x6 by itself, you can change that paper size to 4x6. The way that you do that is you go over here to this design page settings window. Here is your paper size. This is the thing that we talked about a little bit earlier in the video. And you can, I don't know if they have the 4x6 size, but you can just put in your own. So we'll do custom, and then we'll put width 6 and height 4. And then you would just line up your photo. Now, one thing to remember is these red lines that you see here, those are actually I just realized we missed our digital stamp, so we'll move that over. In the future, the way that you can move those over together is you just highlight that shape, hold down your shift key while you select that one and also that one, and then it will move them together. Anyhow, let's go back here. Like I was saying, these red lines indicate that the stuff in between here, that's not going to be cut out by your Cameo if that's what you're going for. But since we don't need this to be cut and we're just printing, we don't really have to worry about that. You can just go ahead and send it to your printer. I don't have a printer hooked up right now, but send it to your printer. You want to make sure that your paper size is correct. Actually, the paper size window. So let me show you that real quick. Let's get out of this, and then we'll go over here and click on Print Page Setup. And the Silhouette when you're printing from the Silhouette, doesn't have an option to print to 4x6 automatically, so you're going to have to go in and make your own. Okay, so let's go back to changing our paper size back to 8.5 by 11. And let's say that you wanted to fill up these papers with other things that you could print out, photos or shapes or whichever you choose. I wanted to show you that you can use the Silhouette Studio to print up odd size photos that you don't know how to make in any other sort of program. So first let's go back to our Draw a Rectangle tool, and we are also going to go to our scale window. So let's just make a random shape there, and we'll highlight it, and then we'll change it to whichever size we prefer. And I'm going to make it 2.5 by 2.5. There you go. And then you can just add your photo into that. So as you can see, there you go. And what I wanted to show you now is if you go up here to the fill pattern, and let's say that your photo isn't the scale that you wanted it to be zoomed in more, you wanted it to be zoomed out less, you can pan the pattern in a certain way. You know, you can move your photo this way or that, so you can kind of have it exactly how you want. Okay, so this is a 2x5 square photo. Let's say you wanted to put this on top of one of your 3x4 cards in Project Life. Let's find another shape that we could add to this one. Obviously, you would do a different photo, but I'm just going to work with the same one. So I have another one of the Simple Stories files here that I'm going to be working with. Let's go back to the store so I can show it to you. And it is this one here. Home is the starting place for love and dreams. So I am going to go back to my draw window, click on this shape here, make sure it's highlighted as I pull that shape in. So let's go to home, here it is, and highlight that shape. Let's go to the line style. We're going to change it to no cut, change the color of this. Let's make it black, and then we are going to fill it in. Let's make it white. No, it already is filled in with white. Let's do black. And see, this one is actually a little bit different because the words are the negative, so it's going to take on whatever color is in the background of your photos. But what I wanted to show you with this is that you don't just have to stick to the word silhouette shapes. You can have these ones that have the shape and put them onto your photo. You can make them any color. You can change your line color to any color. And then you can just continue to fill up your canvas, your 8.5 by 11 canvas, with whatever size photos you wish, and then send it to be printed. And make sure you do that print scale in here like I described before you print out. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to show you is what you can do with the Simple Stories digital papers that they sell on their website. So if you go to simplestories.com, and then we're going to go here to their digital store. They have all of these collections available digitally. They are now starting to release their new releases digitally faster than they were before. So Sunshine and Happiness and Bloom and Grow are already here. So I went ahead and clicked on Bloom and Grow. You can buy the full collection. They sell just the paper, the elements, the fundamentals, the expressions, and the snap cards. Now this is a perfect solution for those of you who have an at-home printer and want to be able to have more cards that you can print out. I would highly recommend that you get these. So what I wanted to show you is something that we can do with these digital papers. So we're going to take our shape here that we've already filled in, or we could do this one. Doesn't matter. Let's choose the house one. And then I have my digital files here in my external hard drive. So I am going to navigate to my Simple Stories folder, and I am going to use Bloom and Grow, and then let's go to the paper. Okay, so here is the paper. One of the things that I wanted to show you that you could do is take this digital paper and just kind of throw it onto the shape like that. And then we're going to go up here to our fill pattern. And then your advanced options will probably actually be closed if this is the first time you've opened it since you've opened your program. So go ahead and click down on that for the advanced options, and we're going to go to scale pattern. You have to make sure that your shape is highlighted, and then you can scale the pattern like this. Now for a shape like this that has the cutout words, as you can see, that's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to see. You could choose a pattern, that's maybe a little less wild, like perhaps this wood grain, and there you go. Now, if you are paying close enough attention, you will probably notice that it's still pink from the inside. You won't have this problem if you didn't turn it a different color first, if you added the pattern first. But I wanted to show you that you can just kind of like highlight that pink thing with your cursor as you add the paper again, and it will take it away. It's a little bit of an arduous process, as you can see, especially when there's a lot of little ones, but just don't change the color first and you won't have to do this. But anyway, so let's so that's pretty cool, but let's show you what it looks like if you wanted one of those more crazy patterns. So let's go back to our floral, which is this one here, and there you go. You can see that the line style is like that. You can take away that, you can make it white. The black, you might feel like, kind of gives it a little bit of an outline, so you can do that as well. We can make it a little bigger. We can move it like this, and then let's go ahead and just change the scale of that. So we'll go down to our advanced options under the fill pattern window, and we're going to move the scale pattern like this. And then we can go click on pan pattern. Like if you didn't like where the specific where the pattern was falling on your okay, so obviously I clicked the wrong one. Let's click on the word is what I meant to do, and now let's pan the pattern. Okay, so as you can see, if you don't like the placement of the pattern onto your word, you can keep moving it around until it is the way that you like it, and then go ahead and place it. Oh, obviously my photo got a little weird. There we go, that's better. Okay, so we can put this back there, and then you can move your journaling and do it that way. And one last little thing before we wrap up this video, I wanted to show you one more thing that you could do with your digital papers that you might be interested in through the Silhouette Studio. So let's go back to creating a shape. So I am going to click on Draw a Rectangle and then also my Scale window. Here I am going to draw my shape. Let's change the width of this shape to 3. We are not going to lock the aspect. 3 and 4. Okay, so now our shape, oops, didn't work. 3 and 4. My husband is sending me YouTube links, sorry. Okay, anyway, 3 by 4. Now let's say that you wanted to take your digital papers and you wanted to have just a little bit of patterned paper. Maybe you can only buy the digital collection, maybe you don't have the real collection in your hands, or maybe you just need extra. Take one of these digital papers, and let's just pick one, and you can just throw it into your shape here. Now you can use this as an actual 3x4 card, or you can use it as patterned paper. You can make it bigger and just cut it up and use it as you would a piece of paper from a 6x6 pad. You can change the scale pattern. You can make it as big or as little as you want, and that kind of helps you too. You can change the size of your shape here, and then change the scale pattern more. Whatever you want. Just fill up your little canvas here. I just wanted to give you the idea that you can do things with these pattern papers here. Also in your digital collection, if you did buy the whole collection, or if you got some of the elements. Let's go to the elements. Actually, that's not what I want. Let's go to the expressions. And if we scroll all the way up, you'll see like these little word art things. You could just add those to your canvas and have them there so that you can trim them out when you print this up, and then they can just be little embellishments for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video of how to make the most out of your digital products from Simple Stories. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments, either on the blog post on the Simple Stories blog or here in YouTube, and I will do my best to get back to you and to answer you. Thank you so much for watching.